Hey everybody, it's Cooper here, and welcome to a new pickup video, and this is the first one in my new apartment. And you're getting a little preview of the setup here in the background, and I'm not sure exactly when a room tour is going to be up, but I'm finished with school now, so I'm going to have some free time, and I'm going to try and get it done, within a month or so, and hopefully get that up to you guys soon. But for now, I hope this pickup video will tide you guys over. There's lots of really awesome stuff to show you here, some really rare GameCube games, and some other really cool stuff, so let's jump right into it. First up, from random Craigslist deals and purchases from pawn shops and all that, I got a 59 block memory card for the GameCube, as well as 3 more PS2 memory cards. So, I know I say it every time, but all the first party memory cards like that I get, I keep, and I have a bunch of them. So, moving on, a couple promotional items that I got from GameStop. This first one here is a little bundle of Bravely Default paper advertisement things. There's like a little pad of them, and you just rip one off. And I just asked the guy if I could have them all, and he said I don't see why not, so I decided just to take them. They're not worth anything, but it might just be a cool thing to have in the future that nobody else is going to have, and it's never going to be expensive or rare or anything like that, but just kind of a unique piece. And then next up, this is a really cool display item here from GameStop as well, and I always ask if they have anything they're getting rid of, and a lot of the times they just give me stuff, so it's always worth it to ask. But this is a hanging mobile, or whatever you want to call it, for Mario and Sonic at the Winter Games, Sochi 2014 for the Wii U, and it's got like all the characters on here, and the whole thing can like spin around or whatever, and it's all made of like cardboard with the string holding it up. But I thought that was pretty cool, and there's a couple more things. There's like a couple Wii Fit U display tags that they have at my local GameStop, which they're going to give to me as soon as the marketing campaign's done for that. But I thought that was pretty cool. And then next up, some stuff that's game related but is not games. Someone on the Nintendo 64 Forever forum was looking to get some of these, and I asked if they found any extras to let me know, because I'd be interested as well. And they were able to find a couple more, so I got one for myself, and then my friend Sam got one as well. And these are European exclusive, I believe, and I'm pretty sure it was a pre-order bonus for Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, and that is a slipcover for the game. And it's still, I guess, sealed. It's not like, there's not like a factory seal on it, but I haven't opened it, and this is what it looks like on the front, and Mario's stomach right here is actual fur, which is pretty cool. And, it's just like a slipcover like you'd find on, any normal game that has it. But it's like a pre-order bonus for the game, which was cool. And then he also threw in these Super Mario 3D World stickers, which is very cool. And I don't think that I'm going to open this. I don't really have a need to. But I have been playing the game, and it's amazing. If you guys have not played it, I would say that and Pikmin 3 are worth getting a Wii U for alone. They're just awesome. Both are awesome games. Next up is a Wii Speak, complete in the box. And I got this from a pawn shop for $10, but I believe I got 15% off of that, so, $7.50, $8 or whatever after tax. But I thought that was cool. It is opened and everything, but I checked and everything's in there. And I don't have one of these yet, so that's awesome to find one, pretty cheap. I know they're not expensive anyway, but to find one in person I thought was pretty cool. And then, next up, from my local Cash America pawn shop, I picked up 2 Wii Remote Pluses, and these are, they work on the Wii and the Wii U, but these are the ones that are branded for the Wii U, and it's a black one and a blue one, and they're complete in the boxes here. They're both open, as you can see, and because they glue them down instead of having like a sticker seal, they're not pretty once you open them. And unfortunately, both of them are missing some of the tabs. The blue one's missing the tab on the side there, and the black one's missing the front tab. And they were marked at $25 each, but I got them for $15 each. And I don't know if I'm going to keep these yet. I was planning on it because they are boxed and everything, but because of the damage to them, I was thinking that I might just sell them off and, you know, pick them up hopefully on clearance at Target someday and just keep them sealed, because I don't need them to use. I just want them for the collection. So I might get rid of these ones, but I haven't decided yet. And then one more thing here. I got this from a local game store called Cybertron Games, and if you guys are ever in the Central Florida area, they have a store in Mascot, Florida, which is kind of like Claremont area, and then one here in Winter Park, which is kind of like the Orlando area. And I got this box here. It's box and manuals only. There's no system in here, but I got it for $10, and that is the box for a, what color is this? For a Pearl Blue Game Boy Advance SP. And this is the 101 model, the one that has the brighter screen. And yeah, like I said, it's just the box and the manuals only. You know, no system in there. But for $10, that's a pretty good deal. And I'll eventually find the system, you know, on Craigslist or something for like $20. So that'll end up being a good deal once I complete that. And the box is in pretty good shape too. So for $10, can't really complain. Also, from actually, I'll show you guys this first. From the same pawn shop where I got the Wii remotes, I picked up a Wii system, and this is the original release. That is just the white system that comes with Wii Sports. And I bought the system to sell, but I had the system for myself, but I didn't have the box for mine. So I'm keeping the box and all the paperwork and the trays and all that to complete my system. So finally, you know, one more system that I have that is complete now. I think the only system I own that doesn't have the box now is my Zelda DS Lite. And the only reason I've been keeping that one around is to test games and stuff, because all my other DSs are sealed. So hopefully I can find a box for that one day, or replace it with a boxed version. Let's see. Next up, this is from a pawn shop. And I bought this to sell, and I didn't realize what it was till I got home. But I thought that it was just Wii Sports Resort, and it was marked at $9 there. Once again, I got that for 15% off of that. But it actually has Wii Sports on it as well, and it's 2 games in 1 disc. And I know this is like a pack-in game, but I didn't have this version of the game yet, so I figured I'd keep it. It's not like I spent too much money on it anyway, so just decided to add that to the collection. And then I have a big stack of games here, which I don't really have in any particular order, so I guess I'll just start off with this one. This is a factory-sealed PS2 game, and it's Karaoke Revolution Party. And my friend Sam gave this to me. I guess he gave it to me as like a Christmas present. He found it at Goodwill, and I told him to just pick it up for me, and I'd pay him back, and it was like $4. But when he came over to bring it to me, he handed it to me and said Merry Christmas. So that's awesome. Another PS2 game to add to the collection. I didn't have the game anyway, so to get a sealed copy is pretty cool. Put some of this stuff over here. Next up are some more games from Cybertron, which is that game store where I got the SP box from. And I have, let's see, I have PS2, GameCube, Wii, and NES games here. So I'll start off with the GameCube, I guess, because they're the kind of the cheaper titles here. These are all complete, just filler titles for the collection I didn't have. And I got these all in, I paid the store credit, so I didn't actually pay, like, you know, some of these were like $5. I didn't really pay that much because it was in store credit. So the first one is Flushed Away. Then we have Big Air Freestyle. And it says it comes with a 2-player Godzilla demo. I don't know if that's on the disc or if it's separate or if it's like a variant or whatever, but it's probably just how the game comes originally. And then the last one for the GameCube is Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. And I have this game for the PS2, I believe. I just didn't have it for the GameCube. Moving on to the PS2 games I got from there. Once again, just these ones I wouldn't consider as much of filler titles as the other ones for the GameCube, but these ones are just, once again, just games I didn't have that are complete. First one is Warhammer 4000 Fire Warrior. Then we have Armored Core 9 Breaker, and I believe that's the last Armored Core game that I needed for the PS2. Then we have Yakuza, and also Predator Concrete Jungle, which is a bit more of an expensive game. They had this one for 20 bucks, but like I said, it was on store credit, and the stuff that I traded in was all Xbox One games and an Xbox One controller, which I got the controller from Goodwill, and then I got the games from random Craigslist deals, and I ended up trading them in for a lot more than what I paid for them, so it ended up being a pretty good deal for me in the end. Next up, the one Wii game that I got from them is Opuna, and this was marked at 10 bucks, which is, more than I like to pay for it, but I've been looking for it and I haven't been able to find it at GameStop, so I figured, 10 bucks, I'd pick it up and add it to the collection. So, pretty happy with that one. And then, next up are the NES games I got. So the NES games that I got from Cybertron are both, they're not like, one of them's not extremely cheap, but they're both kind of filler titles. The first one is Top Gun, the Second Mission. And here's a cartridge for that one. And I have the first one, but I didn't have the second one. And I figured, if I have store credit, I might as well spend it on, some retro stuff as well. So I'm always glad to add some new NES games to the collection. The second one that I picked up is more of an expensive title than Top Gun, but it's still not rare or anything. But that is Ikari Warriors 2 Victory Road. And both these are complete, manuals are in there, and there's the cartridge for that one. So like I said, I'm pretty glad to add some new NES games to the collection. Always nice to do that. And then moving on to a couple more Wii games that I have here. These are the last Wii games in this video, yeah. So the first one here comes from a YouTube deal that I did, and I bought some stuff from Pokeawesomeness, and there will be a link to the channel in the description, so definitely check that out. And I bought a bunch of stuff from him, and included was Lego Batman the video game. And there's a little damage to the case artwork up here, but this is just a game that I didn't have, and it's complete, so I figured, why not pick it up and just add it to the collection, because I am, going for complete collections, so I figured I'd just pick that up. So thank you for the deal, I really appreciate it. And the other Wii game that I have here comes from a pawn shop, and I actually bought this, or I picked it out with the intent to get it to sell, but while looking around and checking them out before paying, I noticed that it was a variant that I kind of had but didn't really. I'll explain in a second, but I figured I would keep it, and that is the new Super Mario Bros. Wii with the white case. And if you guys don't know, this is kind of like a re-released version. Originally, it came in the red case, but they re-released it with the white case, and when they did that, I picked up a copy from Target, which I kept sealed, so I didn't have this one opened, which, some people might call that overkill. Like, why do you need the regular copy, a sealed copy of the variant, and an opened copy of the variant? And, it's just personal preference, so I decided to keep that one. That was marked at 16, but I think I got it for like 10. And then, let's see, next up, a 3DS game. The only actual DS or 3DS game in this pickup video came from a Craigslist deal, and that is a complete copy of Pokemon X. And, since I just started collecting the DS and 3DS stuff, there's a lot of games I don't have, so this was a no-brainer to keep. And I actually came across a second copy that was cartridge only, so I didn't feel any pressure to keep that because I had just gotten the complete one, so that was awesome. And this one I ended up paying about 20 bucks for, which is a pretty good deal. They still go for like 35-ish. Let's see. Next up, actually, I have some stuff in my backpack here that I just got, and I forgot to take it out for the video, so I will show you guys that. So, GameStop bag. It was literally still in my backpack because I didn't even take it out when I got home. So, 3 games here that I just picked up from GameStop, and they're all for the collection. There's 2 Wii games and a Wii U game, so I'll start with the first Wii game here. We have Agatha Christie and Then There Were None for the Wii. and I've never heard of this game. I don't think it's, I mean, I imagine it's not rare or expensive, but I've never heard of it, and it was $8.99, so I figured, you know, why not? It's complete, so glad to add it to the collection. And the other Wii game I got, I was very happy to find, and they told me that someone just traded this in today, so I'm glad that I got to pick it up. And because I have my card, it was $25.19 instead of $28, and that is Madden NFL 13, which, if you guys have been following Wii games, this game is really expensive now. The cheapest one on eBay that I looked up before buying this was disc only, and it was like $45. So for 25 bucks, I could not pass up a complete copy. I'm very glad to get that one out of the way, because I would hate to have to spend 50 bucks on a sports game, you know, a Madden game. So I'm glad to get that one out of the way. And then the last one here that I got from GameStop today is a Wii U game, like I said, and it's the same kind of deal where it's marked as new, but they only have an opened copy. But the price was decent, so I didn't really mind. The guy checked all the other local stores, and none of them had a sealed copy because everyone said their quantity was 1, which means they have the 1 on the floor, which is the opened copy. But I decided to pick it up anyway because it's not a bad price, and that is Warriors Orochi 3 Hyper, which is kind of just like a Dynasty Warriors game, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe like Dynasty Warriors mixed with Mortal Kombat? I'm not sure. But, you know, it's supposed to be brand new for $16.99, which I thought was pretty cheap. Of course, it's not a new copy, but, you know, it is complete. So, you know, glad to add that one to the collection. And then next up are 2 more Wii U games, and these both came from the same Craigslist deal that I got the Pokemon X from, I believe. And I have both of these games, but I only had sealed copies. So I figured, you know, I got these pretty cheap anyway, I might as well keep these if I want to play them, so I can just keep my copy sealed. And that is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. And, you know, not expensive or rare games or anything like that. You can, you know, I think I paid 20 bucks for mine brand new, maybe 15 for Assassin's Creed or Ninja Gaiden. But they're both complete, and I ended up paying like 5 bucks each for these, maybe 10 bucks each, but, you know, it's cheap enough to warrant keeping them, even though I have sealed copies. And then, let's see, we're getting down to some of the better stuff here, so I guess I'll show you guys these, which I should have shown at the beginning, but off of eBay, I picked up all these, and I know it looks like a mess, but these are, what would they be considered? They're like shelf tags, I guess. Like this one just says Nintendo 3DS, or yeah, it's got the Nintendo logo and then it says 3DS, and it's just made of like cardboard or whatever, or thick paper, and it would go along the edge of a shelf at like Target or Walmart or something. So there's one for the 3DS, there's one for the Wii U, there's one for the Wii, and there's another one for the 3DS here, which is, or the Nintendo DS, not 3DS, sorry. And then there is, and these next ones have like sticky stuff on the back, which are unused. This one is like a ratings system that you'd put below some kind of advertisement. There's 2 of these ones that say Wii U on them. Here's the shape of them so you can get an idea. And like I said, they have unused sticky things on the back so you can put them up on like a wall or something. Then this one here says Wii U at the top, and then it's got some of the accessories and controllers. This one is a Nintendo 3DS one. And then this last one is just like the other one. It just says Wii U with some of the accessories on it. And for all of those, it ended up being like $12 with free shipping, which was a very good price. And I think that the guy I bought them from has a bunch more that are still on eBay. And he has best offer on all of them, and he accepted all of the offers I put in, which, you know, they were already great prices to begin with, So once he accepted my offers, it made it much cheaper, and then he combined shipping for me as well, so it ended up being really cheap for all those. And if you're interested, you know, I don't really know what to search for them, but just, you know, type in like Wii U display or something, and then you might find them. But I thought that was a pretty good deal. Next up, from another random Craigslist deal, I got one of these 24 game holding Nintendo 64 drawers, and I have four of the smaller ones that hold, you know, that hold like 12 games, but I had not come across one of the big ones because they're kind of hard to find, like in the wild and everything. And on eBay, one of these will run you like $40. So I essentially got this for free because it was included on an N64 bundle I bought, and I didn't know that it was included on there, so I didn't really pay anything for it. But it's a cool piece to add to the collection and, you know, get for free basically. So moving on, I guess I'll show you guys this. It's another box system, which you probably just saw, but this is one that I have never found with the box, and it's really surprising because you can't see him in the back there, but I have the cat's climbing into a plastic bag right there. But I have 6 of these systems boxed, and I do not have this color until now, and that is the Indigo GameCube, just a standard bundle here. And I got that at a pawn shop. As you can see, it was marked at $40, and I ended up getting it for $35, which isn't a huge discount or anything, but it's a little bit cheaper than what you can find them for on eBay. They usually go like $40 to $60-ish, you know, depending on condition and all that. And this one's not perfect, but it's not like badly crushed or anything, and it has everything in there with it, so even the baggies and all that, so it's pretty cool. And I'm very glad to finally get an Indigo GameCube added to the collection, because I've been looking for one for a long time, and, you know, I have 5 platinum ones that are all different bundles, and then a black one, so glad to finally get the Indigo one. Next up, I got a package from Non-Tupers. If you guys remember him, he hasn't done any videos in a long time, but it's my friend Kevin, and he sent me some stuff here for free, and he sent me a note and everything that was kind of personal, so I'm not going to read that, but he's maybe planning on coming down to visit me here in Florida over the summer, which would be very awesome. And he sent me this stuff along with a nice letter, like I said, and he just kind of gave the stuff to me, so I really appreciate that. And there's 2 things here. The first thing, if you've watched his videos, you guys might recognize this, but it is a Fire Flower plush, and it's huge. You know, it's got the leaves and everything, and it says Mario Party on the back, and compared to my head, that's how big it is. So you can see it's pretty big. And originally I didn't have a place to put this because it is so big, but I have a place now that I'm going to be putting it up after I do this video, and it's very awesome of him to send this to me. I was super jealous when he first picked it up, like, you know, a year ago or whenever it was. It was a pretty long time ago he got this, so, you know, thank you so much, Kevin, for that. I really appreciate it. And then he also sent me a game here for the PS2 that I did not have, and he had texted me when he picked it up, and I remember telling him, you know, oh, that was a great deal, I don't even have that game yet, and, you know, I have like 800 PS2 games, and I have most of the RPGs, so, you know, for him to find one of them that I was missing in the wild was pretty exciting, because, you know, I have most of them, so the ones I'm missing are super hard to find, and, you know, he wasn't planning on giving this to me, at least I don't think, and, you know, I just told him, oh man, that was a great deal, nice find, and then he sends me the package, and this is included, and I had no idea that he was going to be giving this to me, and, you know, when I got the package, I could tell it was pretty light, so I was expecting it, I wasn't expecting the Fire Flower, but I was expecting it to be like a plush or something, and then when I pulled out the Fire Flower, this was underneath it, and I couldn't believe it, and he sent me a complete copy of Artanelico Melody of Alemia, which is amazing, and it comes in the big cardboard sleeve here with the art book and everything. And I cannot say thank you enough. This is amazing. This is a pretty hard to find and decently expensive PS2 RPG, and like I said, it's one that I didn't have, so I'm very glad to add this to my collection. And I just wanted to say thank you very much, Kevin. I really appreciate it, and this is awesome. Thank you. So moving on, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 games left. Yeah, 4 games left, and that's it. And these are all pretty expensive and rare games, and 3 of them are GameCube. So, you guys know I'm kind of focusing on GameCube now, trying to get all the rare titles out of the way, and these 3 are definitely, some of them I'd say are in the top 5 or the top 3, and one of the others is definitely in like the top 10. But before I get to those, I'm going to show you a Super Nintendo game that I got. And I've actually had this box and manual for a very long time, like at least a year, but I have not come across a cartridge in that time. So Cybertron actually had the cartridge for $35, which, is pretty much retail, but I had store credit, so I figured I have not found a copy of this game, I have the box and manual, I have store credit here, I might as well pick it up and complete my copy, and I'm very glad that I did. So now I have a complete copy of Battletoads and Battlemaniacs for the Super Nintendo. And, the box I've had for such a long time and just never come across a cartridge of it. And the box is in pretty good shape too, so I'm very glad. And here's the cartridge that I got. Like I said, it was $35, but it was on store credit, and I didn't pay that much for the stuff that I traded in, so that was a very good deal. I'm so glad to finally complete that game. And, it's always good to add another Super Nintendo game to the collection. Those seem to be the hardest to find, complete in the box now. So, moving on to the 3 GameCube games here. And like I said, these are all really rare games and really expensive, and I'm very glad to get them knocked off the list. The first one here is a 2-pack or a double pack, and it's player's choice, but they only came player's choice. I have a couple others like that already, like the Monkey Ball 2-pack and some of the Resident Evil stuff. They only came as player's choice versions. So this one has a little bit of a rip on the front up in the right hand corner, but it's not that bad. Other than that, it's in pretty good condition, and the guy had it on eBay for $100 or best offer with free shipping, and I made an offer of $60 and he accepted. And when I made the offer of $60, there was nothing else to base that offer off of, because I couldn't find any other copies active or completed on eBay. So I was just going off of what I think it's worth and what I'd be willing to pay, and he accepted. So that was pretty cool, and that is a complete copy of Sonic Adventure 2-pack. And it comes in this big box here, and it's got, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. And there's the rip that I was talking about up here. Like I said, it's not that bad. And other than that, it's in pretty good condition. The only thing that's missing are the manuals for both the games, but those games are not that rare. It's just this box version of it that's pretty rare. So I can get the manuals easily and complete that. But, I'm very glad to get that one knocked off the list. There's only 3 more double packs or 2-packs that I know of that I still need to get. One of them is really cheap. I'm gonna be able to get a complete or a sealed copy for like $15. I'm just holding off on that one because it is so common. The other 2 are a bit more expensive, and one of them I haven't been able to find anywhere. I don't really want to say what it is because I am still looking for it. But very glad to get this one knocked off the list, and I don't know if 60 is a good price, but I think it's pretty fair. Then the other 2 that I have here are definitely in the, I would say, in the top 3 rarest GameCube games. So not only is it cool to show 2 of the rarest GameCube games in one video, but I'm also very glad to get them, knocked off the list and get them out of the way and save all the filler titles for the end, and it'll make it much easier to complete the set. So the first one here, and these are both 100% complete and in good shape as well. So the first one here is a complete copy of NCAA College Basketball 2K3. And and if you guys have been following GameCube, or if you know like about the rare games, you'll know that this is a pretty rare game. And there's some kind of story behind it about like you know, Sega recalling it and selling the franchise to EA or something. I don't know exactly, but it's pretty rare, and like I said, it's complete and everything, and I'm very glad to have this. And I don't remember exactly what I paid. I want to say it was right around $90, $90 or $100, but don't quote me. I might put like an annotation in that tells you guys exactly what it was, but I thought that was a pretty good deal, and I got this in an auction, I believe. I don't think it was a buy it now, but very happy with that. And then this game here, I've been looking for, you know, even before I was focusing on GameCube, I was always looking for a copy of this because it is so rare and so expensive and just hard to find. And I was bidding on one that I didn't know, but my friend Sam was bidding on it as well, and we didn't know that each other was bidding on it. So I told him that he could go ahead and bid on it because I didn't really have, you know, a lot of money to work with then. And he ended up losing the auction, and it sold for $230 plus shipping. And then a few weeks later, this complete one popped up with a buy it now of $210 with free shipping, I think. And I messaged the guy and I said, "Would you do $200 with free shipping?" And he said yes and changed the price for me. So, you know, it's not like an amazing deal or an amazing discount or anything, but, you know, $30 cheaper than what the last one sold for, I think is pretty good, because this one was a buy now, that one was in an auction. So, you know, I'm glad. I would have been willing to pay more than that, so I'm glad that I got it for $200. And that is a complete copy of Pokemon Box Ruby and Sapphire. And this is basically a storage system for the Ruby and Sapphire Game Boy Advance games. And you can hold up to 1,500 Pokemon on these. And it, like, you put this in the GameCube, and it comes with the connector cable in here. And you hook it up to your Game Boy Advance, and you store them on the memory card, essentially. But so here's the box here. It's in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of damage to the top, but it's not that bad. And then we've got paperwork for the Game Boy Advance connector cable, which is also included. And then the game itself, which is complete and has the memory card with it as well, which is very cool. And normally they sell for like $150, you know, around there, just for this here. But I didn't want to buy it just like that because I wanted to get it with the outer box, because I do want my games to be complete. So I had always been holding off to get one that is complete with the outer box and all that. So I'm very glad that I was able to get that. And kind of as a little bonus, also included were these two pins from the Pokemon Center in New York. And there's one for Gyarados here, and then Tentacruel. And, you know, these didn't come with it originally, as far as I know. And I don't think they're worth much, but I thought it was just a cool little bonus to get included in there and make the purchase just that much better. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, I'm excited to get some of these really rare games knocked off the list and out of the way. And there's still a few more mid-range to expensive GameCube games that I need, but most of the rare ones are out of the way now, which is awesome, and I can focus on just picking up filler titles here and there. And, you know, I don't see any reason why I couldn't complete the GameCube collection in, you know, 6 months or so, which would be very awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.